it's going to bring that other agents wouldn't. For now, a plan secured for FUT with very little early fighting. In fact,
why are we getting maximum high before big games?
It's just a small tap from a ghost.
Let's see, actually. Let's see what they cook.
From KC, somewhere they've been fantastic, is actually being disrupted. Yedijay's in the corner, unspotted.
Yedijay!
So much value, reloading even, and he had a chance with another half second to pop off a few more shots in the rain. Shut him down in time, but he'd already done so much damage now. FUT have the advantage to play with the numbers there.
Wow,
you can
clinical.
See it in the
Holy fuck, you don't.
There's going to be
What a
ideas.
nerd.
We'll see them unfold. Probably not in this round. Very aggressive position from CNET. He is on the jet, but no dash to play with. And this is a rifle that is being risked for this play. The only main rifle that they have to work with, that being a Vandal. The rest on Bulldogs.
They get a Vandal, but we get the sight. Oh, good.
It's not likely that he's going to retrieve CNET's fallen weapon. In fact,
blocks Fade Eye, maybe?
By Tamazi. Maybe they go deliver it to them. But it gives KC a better opportunity on the
Cypher's on attack side.
Now we can see they have no choice but to go for it. There's no denying that plant.
What Fade Eye is it blocking? I don't think so.
I actually feel like a lot of what FUT have been doing recently is just putting CNET on agents where he almost doesn't need abilities. Like when we've seen that with him using Chamber.
Really?
Just dropping the trap on the floor. Maybe that was the plan in the last map.
It blocks the Fade Eye?
You place the wall and you can do whatever you like. Now on the jet, as you said, he didn't have a dash, but his only goal was to find fights. And as you mentioned, this round at least, Tamazi just going to save. Like
I thought it was to hide his own camp.
He has to keep the extra few credits. And what you can see out of Captain, may just go hunting here.
Either
only
way.
has a pistol to play with. They were hoping that they'd keep 4 rifles and maybe the pistol would go down.
Okay, yo, if they're able to get 6+ rounds without an initiator.
By dying to the spike.
Lost one player, but it's traded out.
Okay, so Cypher's gonna have C. Are you just gonna insta react C? It's just Viper here.
In a spot where the gun is irretrievable unless they're going to go back in the late round, and by the looks of it, they are not going back in the late round. They're going to try and
my goodness.
all of Tamazi's utility. Yedijay has got to a ridiculous point. Eventually, Magnum is
The
the one
Cypher
to
just ran in
It is just sheer aggression.
and passed away.
W Gaming. Maybe they learned something from Paperex, even though Paperex lost.
Pretty dramatically.
And now, well, building into what could be a late rotation back. As I said, Mr. Fallen still doesn't have a gun, so if he goes round towards A main, there would still be CNET's gun to find.
What's happening?
He is currently alone. Cracks, though.
Well, how is this round close? Why are we walking out C?
FUT might be able to turn.
Beautiful as well. A glimpse inside Krax's mind. He takes the first fight and just swings back out for more. Never letting it go. That rifle's not retrieved by Mr. Fallen. Instead, he's done just that. Fallen outside of A and giving KC the idea that that's where the play is coming down. So they're going to be on their toes with one player already on the side.
Back to B is a good call.
Tamazi alongside Narrate, back in the spawn, covering off these angles. As the time goes on, 15 seconds left. FUT will eventually have to commit to getting this plant in.
Should be free.
Limited. No orb to play with it. I can see it's on site, obviously, but now I even walled off, so Ada Captain ain't getting that back. Most importantly, it's not going to be on the spike, so no post-plant utility, no snake bite to deny. Instead, it has to be the fights for Ada Captain.
Oh my goodness.
The first one, the snake bite, perfect in the swing, but
Holy
Shin wins
shit.
it. Clean on the headshot, and he needed that. Only a few bullets. One, in fact, on 42, while vulnerable, would have taken him down. Cracks below. Timing is everything, and oh, he's
good
lost
job.
it.
Good jiggle. Good jiggle. Good jiggle.
And close the door on it. Great round from Shin on the way back through with 7 HP left. He's won both. CNET's ahead of the wall, but he's being spotted. The dash used to stay safe, and the cloud burst to get out. They're giving up the control.
So what happens if they lose A? Now what? If this guy rushes in C again, I swear to fucking God. I missed what?
Take this towards the C site, cage down and triggered, but
okay, cap. I missed shit.
Running through the orb alongside the nano, although Yedijay did that last round.
You got me for a sec. You guys got me for a second.
Watch this time, and they're ready for this push to come through. 2 players on the site. Magnum might be giving away that he's on his own, but Tamazi's now, well, actually dropped. It's split from both sides.
How is it this hard to hold C with Killjoy's Viper right now?
And they're going to have to deal with that wall as well.
How are they even getting into post plants?
Very reactive attack side right now from FUT. Playing aggressively A if they're challenged too much, falling straight back into a C-side take. Relying on the openers as well. Yedijay again This guy just
You're shitting me, right?
Ridiculous kills.
You're actually shitting me
on his
right now.
own once more. A third already. Crossfire set, but he doesn't need any help. And finally, Shim will put him down in the back. You almost wonder where his teammates were there. Like, guys, I've killed everyone. Could you watch my flank, please? But they will now look to close it, Shin. This time we're not switching up him, but it will still be the trade out.
Oh.
FUT are gonna break straight back and
How
again,
though?
No
How?
respite now on the lower buy to focus towards C. Remember, they've been, like you said, so successful.
Okay,
on that
it's
A
to hide
play
the cam.
that they don't expect FUT to fully commit to it. Now,
Cena's already walked out.
Yeah, there's still 2 players swinging to take that.
Kinda good, actually.
But if they do bring things back to C, which it looks like they might, there'll at least be numbers waiting for them. But now KC, having seen limited information, start to second guess themselves. Maybe these players are elsewhere. Maybe they're looking for an A hit.
The only problem with that mentality is I'd agree that that works against most other teams. The problem is Cena is not going to stop pushing. If he is told to push A, he will push A every single round and just continue to try and take these fights, even if they almost just seem like suicide. Like for the last couple of rounds, it has been him just walking into positions.
What's happening?
And taking fights.
Omen and Jet are all the way in,
taken that
and these guys are
control
still hitting C.
with every single member of KC just on the other side of the wall, but they've done it again. They've taken A control. They have seen
These two just
absolutely
faked C.
nothing. They have sold this fake, and in the meantime,
Or A, sorry.
the rest of the players have walked into C.
Yeah, Cena literally cloudburst dashed in and then walked back out. Just, oh, we're taking it, or are we? Oh, here we come. No, now we're on our way, and it's planted on C. Like they've got to feel like fools after this round because they've been played like them. And you mentioned starting this round out, funnily, that a lot of this map is about the push and the pull, Tom.
Yeah.
Well, they have pulled them to the other side of the map, pulled their arm on this one, and unfortunately, there's not going to be much to say on the way back
all
through.
watching the
Mainly
same game
because
right
of
now?
time it's taken them to rotate back. They're still up against this many players. There's a poison
Starbucks.
orb waiting for them. And presumably, a snake fight. All right, Adaptation just fights them ahead of it. And screw the utility. Let's just take the duels. Why not? They're winning all of them. Only one player dropped. Cracks on 1 HP.
All right, anyways.
But, well, he's healing back up.
Okay.
For all that noise, there's smokes. I think there might even have been a paranoia. They're opening the door. There's
I flame
players
quite a
dashing on
lot.
site. I mean, that is
Yeah.
an A take. An A take
Of course
is
I do.
occurring right
What?
now.
I just say it like it is.
Like you're
Yes,
gonna
100%,
you're
gamble
going
that.
to take
No,
that risk.
it's not news.
Now we'll see how much it's going to affect them because it's a difference in strategy. There hasn't been pressure from the defensive side on A this round. It's just been a walk-up coming out on the other side of things. And they're trying to sell the reverse. It's the Uno reverse of the strat they've been playing. They were playing.
Okay, so they take
go
C control.
initially to A and then go C. Now
Leave
they've got
Omen.
Go initially to
Omen's
C
opening doors to
and
make
now
noise.
go A.
But they haven't broken the B turret
There
yet.
is only Martin watching. Now he does have
Or
support
any
from
of the
Shin,
C util.
and they do have quite a
It's
lot
good
in
that they've
terms of
adjusted to
utility
this,
go for the
though.
retake,
Killjoy,
and that might just
Viper,
be the adaptation that
C.
KC are making. Let's go for the retake rather than consistently trying to take these fights and losing
Martin
in the aftermath.
does have
Again,
off.
there's just one
Does he
player
get value?
harassing them on the other side of the map, opening the door to B.
Here he
looking
comes
for
again, the
control on
Cypher.
C, but now they've spotted Yedish.
The Cypher.
With that, you might think it's only the lurk, but without things have gone so far, yeah, they're starting to read. No, this is an A play instead. It might feel a little insecure. Are they actually taking A? Heard an updraft, that means nothing, but Rez comes through.
Oh, they got
Spike
Rez.
comes in, and
Oh
now
my God,
Viper's
Viper
picked
ult.
for Adaptation. Big
Oh
pit
my
to
God,
play
they're gonna
inside
win
of. I don't
again.
know how CNET's got the kill there. That must have been a spray through the pit to find it. Gorgeous play either way, intended or not. And now, to fight back through this, they are in a lot of trouble. I mean, that flank is barely going to matter because those players could come out the back of the Viper's pit, and instead, actually got Mr. Fallen spotting Tamazi, slowing down the retake, splitting these players up and making it even easier to deal with them. The decay, running it down. I don't know if he got the comms on where Mr. Fallen was, but
yeah, we're fucking.
that was a little
trolling.
awkward.
Yeah, we're fucking trolling out here. 5-1? 5-1 to no initiator is crazy. Okay, now they're actually fighting C. Killjoy is A.
What ungodly act is Magnum about to try? An Ares?
I've never seen anyone.
Okay,
be
so
so
cam is
all in on
up,
the Odin and then
but it
hate
doesn't
the
see the
Ares.
raise. It'll only see the Omen.
Weird combination though. Like most people who are sweats of the Odin at least tolerate.
Nope.
The
Get a
Ares,
sheriff.
whereas you just hate it.
It's trash. If you're in an open fight with an Ares and you win it, your opponent's bad. Right? That's the only way. I like the idea of fighting around
Okay, yeah.
but
Okay,
shit
I'm gonna
wasn't
get my
quite there on
coffee.
time to take that
I don't know
fight.
what's
Big old
happening.
fan.
I'm gonna go get my
General
coffee and
Fact
wake the
gives away
fuck
these
up.
positions. No surprise element to narrate spot. Makes it so much harder for him to find any value as they realize he's alone and go hunting him down.
Position.
They're gonna get this kill somehow. Okay. At least he got his one.
And his teammates gone as
Killjoy got nothing.
Magnum only had a shorty, so that was a real Hail Mary play.
Dude!
As in, the impact is negligible.
They're getting run down.
It's null and void. And the kills keep going their way. FUT not letting go of this
Venus,
one. With Shin
please
and
leash
Martine.
me.
You know,
I'm
there
your
is
dog,
a
Bart.
showstopper online for Martine. I would be perplexed if he was to use it here. KC have had a lot of ults for a couple rounds, but haven't had the chances to use them. This wasn't the round for it.
I thought he might use it at the beginning when they went for that explosive sort of like util dump. Like that seemed like the perfect spot to use a showstopper. But again, it is just the context of the round. But also, I'm gobsmacked at what we're watching right now. Coming in with a little bit more of an obscure composition on this map at least.
Yeah, bro, we're gonna need that second timeout.
What Uli was saying to me,
We have Killjoy ult and the Viper's dying.
Built for it, but this is a level that goes beyond my comprehension because KC are good at fighting. Now they have a chance though. Showstopper already in and Martine up close.
Go. Cracks already found a trade. And a captain there as well. These post plants have been sublime, but this time they managed to get into position. There is still a snakebite available. They need to do something to get in here, and actually they might just be able to stick this one. If they can get in onto the defuse once that snakebite is gone, and a captain has to go through this, and round is over. There's nothing he can do here. KC will get it over the line. It almost went the other way. That's the crazy thing.
Actually, this is rigged.
I think you would have been as well. But that, again, that seems to be the CNED strat, is just... it feels like there is two strat books. One is being read by the entirety of FUT, and the other one is CNED, which just says, try and kill someone on A. And it says that on every page. He's like turning it meticulously like a menu. And he's like, oh, what have we got for the hors d'oeuvres? Oh, I'm going to push A and try and kill someone. Oh, and the main course, I'm going to push
so they
A
are
and I'm gonna
going
try and kill
A,
someone.
I
It's
guess.
manic. This time, they've shut him down, but even still, they're heading in towards this A site, and there is still opportunities here. Mr.
A to
Fallen,
B? A to B.
he's just walking.
Yeah, I mean, he took a timing.
They have so many good ults.
It's going to be an Odin love.
It is. I'm 99% sure. They're pinging it.
Good ult
where
by
he could
Magnum.
be here,
Really
with
good
the
ult.
wall going down with
This
the
guy's dead.
lockdown in play. This is forcing FUT back. They might want to utilize this position. But Mr. Fallen dies trying to claim it. Still 3 players from KC here.
What's happening right now?
The Nightfall comes in,
Yeah, they're fucked.
catching them all. 2 at least, and the first
I mean,
already
8-4 is not...
out of here. 12
I mean, it's bad, but not the end of the world. But they are playing against a Sage and a Cypher on defense.
Nothing slip, and that's one way to close a round for Shin.
Yeah, he's going to make sure, and he's also going to do the right thing and throw
They should
the
name the
Odin
spot
away.
after Berlin. I agree.
Piece of trash on the ground it is.
I do agree with that.
Oh, he did.
What's all this about?
He did. You know, like he did with the classic throughout the map.
Oh yeah, I mean that was just BM, but
They must Sage on this map? Oh, they're about to walk into a full Killjoy setup.
Still, though, going to try and not get the
With
bag.
Viper
They've
there.
reached the dessert,
This should be a
the final
clean round
page
for
of
KC.
The CNED strat book, because he's currently going towards C.
Viper's gonna ult too,
different flair to
potentially.
this round for him. Wouldn't be surprised if he dives into C and they go plant A. There's a little bit of a lurk battle going on for Yedije. Shin's locking down the A side of the map, trap covering the B aggression. And this scrap here is just
they broke a lot of
take
stuff,
the
at least. That's
utility
good.
out of their hands on a map, a side of the map where they know there's so much to play with. And Paranoia will get nothing but the information that there's a player there. Shin staying close.
These guys are hitting
C.
C.
It's all on the line. Both players jumping, but Yedije's a little quicker to find that. And now they can look towards this A site, seeing it's wide open, but seeing even more so that the rotates are coming through. The site's being given up on C. The wall for Magnum gives him an angle. He's using it against them. The battle for CNED, though. He completely distracts them as they look for the fight on the players entering site. CNED's there behind, giving them a fright and leaving Narrate all alone. 3 kills for the Jet in the final round and 9 for FUT as we close out the half. This is a beautiful attack side.
Okay.
I'm already thinking about Breeze, even if KC
I'm gonna run an ad first,
sorry,
but
they won't win the second.
let me explain to you guys what just happened. Okay? For those of you who are new to the game, maybe don't really understand like fun.
Around? What are you doing, bro?
Well, we
You're
saw
throwing.
that. He
Bruh.
sometimes would, like, he'd take a fight, win the fight, and then he'd die because he's trying to put a Sage Wall up.
Yeah.
Whereas now,
Just
bro don't have a Sage Wall.
And this is it. Like, when CNET has less to think about, he does a lot more because he just shoots better than 99% of the players out there. That's
Not
not
the
a
right,
good one.
though. And
Yeah.
actually, I think that was
To be
more
fair,
of
there were 4
Magnum.
people.
Wait, he just
That
got
was
owned by a
Magnum hits the
fucking
big-
frenzy?
I was about to say, a frenzy from there.
Wait, this trip is nice though.
Already is looking much
Well,
better.
not if he
Just
does.
an absolute blitz in towards this A site in the pistol round.
Okay. Casey just lost, or rather, FUT just won 9 rounds on attack side with no supportive utility, right? If they now manage to lose this game with 2 Sentinels and 2 controllers, this will officially go down as the worst game ever played by both parties.
How about now?
The Ray looking like he might just close this one out. There you go, now it's over. And Andalili Thea
Bye for you,
reloads,
Till.
But again, on this map, with the way FUT are playing, they're tucked in a lot of closer angles. They're not going to give those opportunities away quite as easily. There's 3 players, and now sort of is a stack on A that they're running into. But up against
And
those
it
weaker
slows to
weapons,
delay.
KC have the advantage, extended with cracks falling, and eventually they'll finish off Yedege.
The only
every
way they
fight
toss
with a
is if they
sense
just
of
go for
caution, and
terrible
this is why
peaks like
they've
KC
ended
did
up
first
back
half.
in a 2v2, and Out Captain's Classic is still alive. What's happening? How is CNET getting 3 in this round? They've no idea where Ada Captain is.
What the
He's
fuck?
cut noise just
This
in
region
time.
is shit.
That Classic has crushed
Wait.
the dreams of teams before, and it may just do it again with Magnum. Not exactly low, but with 30 seconds
Wait.
left, Tom, he has to plant that spike.
You guys are right.
Just to give it away.
30
The
seconds
turret will
left.
help him
No,
at
I'm
least
just
lock
kidding.
down some control.
I got the spike.
Be anywhere at this stage. Slight upgrade of the rifle. The information will be there. Snake
Bang,
in,
baby.
but Magnum
Big
just
round.
used it as bait. Finally, the curse is broken. Only on the other side, though. Magnum has used
First
this to
trip
take
gone.
control.
There's only
Tomasi
B trip
already
now.
tagged down to just 17 HP, and you can already see at least a couple of players around this angle. You're going to have the HP of Ada Captain back up to fall as well as they look
Oh,
to enter into
boy.
the site. They had themselves that Nightfall, but already Yedege is going to put
This
one
kid's
in
on
the
one, huh?
second as well. Even the low HP and blinded up, Yedege is still putting up numbers. Leaving the remaining 3 just to potentially try and fall back with the door opening. You're going to see still a player around that B site, Mr. Farland, waiting if they try and double back in that direction. And even CNET on C.
Covering all their bases in case it's a fake, and with so little noise being made, eventually someone's going to peek out for a little bit of
30 seconds
information.
left.
Looks like that will come through on the defensive side, and for the defensive side,
remaining.
timing almost.
Lean round. Huge.
Almost.
FUT should close
cracks
this
off.
out.
But he had backup on the back of the site. 10 rounds now for FUT, 5 for KC. Swing round coming up with the investment of that attacking side, and we get a real test for them. But they've had a lot of success, even on this round, in pushing their opponents back and making FUT play on the side. I question if we'll see the same thing now that there's rifles for both sides. I expect aggression
I mean,
from
yeah,
this defense.
but it's fine. As long as we get a map 3, you know?
Gonna take themselves a pause. Maybe just with, again, some of the shakier nature we've seen from KC. Obviously an important early round. Like normally at this stage, maybe you're in a middle position, 7-5, something like that. But this could genuinely be the swing round that takes things over the line for FUT after what was a very
That's why how FUT
impressive
won 9 rounds on attack with no
side.
initiator.
Also, it
Well, they
just
used
looks like
Cypher
a lot of the
Can
players around
as a
E-Turn
fade eye
where we've seen
on C,
Yedege
and they hit
17
every one of their
10.
shots,
Again, this
and
youngster,
KC missed a lot.
one of the new boys
Also,
on FUT,
KC's setups
looking
were
as comfortable as ever. CNED back on his
subpar.
jet. Like, these are 2 things
So
that are
they
gonna
lose the
strike
trades.
fear into the hearts, but even cracks
In
like,
situations
as
where
I said,
rounds
he's
should have
been
been way
performing
cleaner.
So well, I feel like it is just less distractions. Just let the man shoot, let the man pop heads, and that might just be enough for FUT here. Because I'll be honest with you, sure, we saw some positions locked off with a Sage Wall. We saw some fakes, some late lurks. But I don't think this has been the craziest strategical performance FUT have ever
I like
put
that
on
though.
for
I
us.
learned something new.
It's
Cypher
just that
Cam,
right now,
hiding it in a
the team
cage.
just looks comfortable.
Pretty good.
There's a lot of benefits to that, as we can see. I do want, like...
Can you buy me
I
a
don't know,
Reaver Karambit?
This
Yeah, sure
composition
thing.
From FUT,
Absolutely, I
working.
can. Definitely.
Don't get me wrong. I just... CNET running his dash down. Ada Captain's been spammed through that smoke. They might want to quicken the pace. The dash heard on its way back. FUT have tripled up this round, though. It's a slightly different setup with the Cypher now sitting on the site. A Cam up close to get the information, and then even closer, Yedige tucked on the corner. So your points of contact are going to be seeing CNED, seeing the cam, and then probably focusing on CNED on the way back through. Good opportunity for Yedige to pick up a lot.
Unfortunately, this man's trips have gotten no value as most ciphers on this map, and yet people continue to play Cypher on this map, and it pisses me off.
And then he himself on the C, the entire map covered, but as we've said before, KC with a man advantage are normally pretty good. They've cleared out Yedige already. As said, he's been a danger man and also got the information onto CNED.
You're fucking kidding me, right?
This plant should be in, and well, for the side of FUT, it's now a question of how much do you believe in
Oh my god, if FUT lose this game,
chat. There's no way for FUT to know what was about to happen, but they decide to gamble on the other side, pull CNED offside. He can't destroy the Prowler. He can't draw their eye on the way through.
If FUT lose this game with 2 fucking Sentinels and 2 controllers, I've seen it all.
For FUT. If they get an opening pick, they could go for it, and there it is, Martine. First to be dropped. HP low on a lot of these players. They're still committed to this. I mean, that time, Tom, seems to be ticking away a little bit too quickly, and now
hey man,
Mr.
no worries.
Fallen wants to get out of there. He's Mr. Fallen back.
Yeah, well, he has to say. They need at least one gun to be onto the board, otherwise financially they're going to be in a little bit of trouble. For CNED, I don't necessarily mind the push, because he wanted to maybe get some extra kills, find an extra 1 or 2, and that'll be a
bullet from Shin.
It just puts his life on the line.
As a Cypher on Lotus, I mostly place my trips way back. Well, you're ahead of a lot of these guys then.
Last fights
like trips here, in these areas, and then trap cages, so you can go inside of the cage and actually kill the guy.
It's probably
that's the way to play.
In terms of those space
not fucking here.
But again, we have this early stack up and more of that Cypher utility just being put into play across the rest of the map. It leaves a solo player over on C. And
he's an attack Cypher. He doesn't play defense.
It'll be met with a cam, but it won't be met with any other resistance.
Yeah, there's no one to follow up on that information. In fact, the cam, there we go. It's revealed them, and it'll stay dormant for now. They haven't spotted where it is. Oh, now they have.
What do they do with it?
And for what purpose? I suppose they could already hear them planting. I don't know. Seems like a waste of some post-plant utility.
Alright, you guys ready? I have a strat for them. So we have a Cypher cam, we have an Omen flash, and we have a Jet, right? So these 3 should start playing together. And they should... Omen flash off cam, and Jet peeks, goes for a kill, and then they leave that site. Then Cypher should leave 1 trip at B no matter what, and then Sage and Viper should play together. And I guarantee a victory here.
The other side, utility denying it.
Noted.
Really doing anything
Noted.
On the plant, and the post plant
Noted.
from KC is nigh on perfect. FUT don't even get remotely close to defusing that spike. And I do think they might have to change up the way they're playing this defensive side, because just allowing one site open every time, just this time only CNED, only. He always seems to be.
Magnum shouldn't die like that, ever. When his 4 teammates are at A, he should not be dying.
Continue their push. Cracks was the one man on the site. He has been forced back. It looks like they might just opt to try and set up around CNED's singular rifle. He's still going strong. A 2nd kill already.
Are we just going to continue taking 1v1s?
A little bit for KC.
Looking like true Furia right now.
Being so deadly throughout their last series and this one. Rifle recovered for CNED. Blade Storm in his back pocket.
I'll find you.
Almost expect him to give that to Cracks. They have 3 rifles now as they set their sights on the site itself. KC very much fragmented. There's an initial duel on Narrate, unable to trade. The slow, it kept them in position. And now all hope lies with Martine. Showstopper in, and it's caught a kill. The ace with the nade, the shorty, in fact, to find it. Martine was blocking out B, but it looks like they'll bypass that with a crunch.
Man got too excited.
The connector. The idea here, hopefully, Tamazi can pick them up.
Like, I see what they were trying to do. They were trying to Omen ult and get this guy here as fast as he can at the same time. Like, bro, why risk that even? You have way more util.
The second surprise element as they rotate back to the A site, he can get a beautiful flank. Everything comes down to timing for him with a player coming behind. And it's only a matter of time till he turns, but never mind. Yedige wins the fight anyways. And with a spam through under the rate, it's Shin left alone.
Asuna.
1 man against 5 from FUT. A near impossible clutch, and well, he can take the bragging rights back from Martin if he wins this one. The spike down in the open, next to no information, and 30 seconds left. It looks like this one is already in the bag with an 11-8 scoreline. We could even ask the question of how much damage
you guys know what's crazy? That FUT can actually fight A as well if they wanted with this comp. They can Sage slow right, Molly with Viper Rubble. A mansion over here, full real estate.
They've got to go for it
without any pressure. They can just stack A if they wanted.
Close angles cleared. Boombot will do that.
On Tim.
It's fine. There's still 2B.
Already throwing the extra U2 again. That cam, similar place as what we've seen it before. By the looks of it, might just have to be a full-on retake hit.
Ooh, I do like that ult though.
Now, those stingers are gonna
oh
be
my
even
god,
more
this ult
fearsome
gets
up
both.
close,
Wait.
Isn't shying away from a fight. It's an awkward one, but he still manages to win it. At a captain's round to Mazi as well.
We're just letting them out heaven?
From what looked like it could be dangerous. But make that look easy. Leg shot him.
5 HP already. Can't catch a break. Well, at least now CNET's missed a shot.
Well, I know who can't go through.
This is better. C pressure. Viper has A.
One of the weapons they've had to hand it over on the other side.
He's leaving, but at least he knows they're not pushed up A.
Doesn't seem like FUT are going to over-rotate just yet. Still wary that this is a ruse, and CNET was trying to just hit the shot. Will be detained, but they're not going to mind too much, especially without a captain doing that. And they thought they had a way into the site. The man just disrespected him. He was CNET's defender. CNET would have died if he went down as well.
GG.
A ludicrous display from Ada Captain. And maybe the end of the map.
It doesn't even stop them from going backside because you have someone like Shin who's shrouded stepping past the snake bite. He
Casey fucking
early.
sucks on this map.
For him to just run out like that is ludicrous. But it works. Of course it does. This is FUT we're talking about. 5 versus 3, 5 HP on Martin.
How dare you pick it, Lotus? How dare you pick Lotus? What gives you the right?
And the last to fall in this game, at least on this map. Breeze is up next if FUT secure a 13-8. And my, what a map that will be.
That's their best map. Honestly, they play this map pretty well.